In order to properly convey to you my business proposition, let me first explain the world of binary options. As we all know, trading on the stock market can be very profitable and is an enticing avenue for wealth growth. Hence, 48% of Americans are invested in stocks or stock-based investments. However, to make real money, you need to have significant amounts of capital and be prepared to invest for long periods of time over a rather diverse portfolio. In other words, not to put all your eggs in one basket. Other, more profitable, higher risk types of investments were formed over the years, and in 1973 options began officially trading on Wall Street. I will skip the explanation about regular options and jump into the real deal, binary options, which can be traced to 2008 when they were first introduced publicly as a tradable security on the Chicago Board of Exchange, the CBOE. Binary options, otherwise known as all or nothing options or fixed return options, FROs, are financial investments that are based on a yes or no outcome within a pre-selected time frame. For instance, you can invest $100 in a binary option that states that Google stock, will end on a positive note tomorrow. If in fact Google ends the trading session tomorrow in the green, then you will make $100. If Google ends in the red zone, you will lose the $100, hence the name all or nothing options. These options are based on outcomes that are 50-50, and therefore the payout is double or nothing. Unfortunately, in the last 9 years, many fly-by-night companies around the world quickly managed to take advantage of this new security and began scamming innocent investors. The way they did this was both clever and outright illegal. The clever part was simply offering clients $70 for every successful $100 trade. Investors that are eager to invest disregard the fact that they are not being paid fairly. Logically, they should be getting $100 if their trade is successful, since they are wagering $100 on 50-50 odds. For the downright illegal part, instead of acting as a broker and passing the customer's investment to the exchange, these binary options companies bet against their customers, acting like the house in a casino. This is known as bucketeering. Now, since they bet against their customers, it is very easy for them to lose money at the end of the day, and when they do that, unlike casinos that have the money to pay, they simply manipulate the price data in their systems, causing customers to lose what they should really profit. Not only that, but it's virtually impossible to withdraw money. If a client is adamant in requesting withdrawal, the operator will simply stop taking their phone calls. The FBI estimates that these scammers steal $10 billion annually worldwide. This is actually good news for us. It means there is a very, very large market out there waiting for the right company to come along and take center stage. This company will be us. And there are 3 main reasons why. First, we will not act as the house because there is no reason to. We will pair every investor with an opposing investor and therefore never act as the house. Every investor, hence investment, will be guaranteed/secured by the counter investor. Let's say Joe decides to invest $100, then Microsoft will end green in tomorrow's trading day. This investment will only be executed if another investment, let's say Peter, enters the slot against him and invests $100, then Microsoft will end in the red zone. This way, the investments are secure. This means that we do not care if our customers win because we do not invest against them. We are simply pairing them up. If Joe wins, then we take the money from Peter and transfer it to Joe. And if Peter wins, we take the money from Joe and transfer it to Peter. The second reason is that we will offer $95 for every successful $100 trade, meaning a 95% payoff instead of the also prevalent 70% payoff. Customers understand that every company has legitimate expenses and that every company needs to profit at the end of the day in order to stay in business, and that 5% is a very fair number indeed. The third reason is that we have no issue at all with withdrawals. Our customers can withdraw money at ease whenever they want. It is a fact that investors rarely take money out. They keep on investing. Finally, I am adding a little flavor to the mix, which is why I am calling the company Binary List, taking after the world-famous Craigslist. In Craigslist, anyone can post anything they want so long as they select from preset given fields. For instance, you cannot create a country to post something in. The countries are already given to you in a list that you can select from. Our system will utilize structured data in a similar way and allow for our users to create their own binary options like so. The user will select an asset, either a stock, commodity, or currency pair, etc., and then a descriptor. For instance, if it was a stock, then a stock ticker, which, let's say, if you selected Google, it would be GOOG. The action would be to go up or go down. The expiration is the date at which this option ends or expires, and the amount is the dollar amount invested in this option. Also, there will be an entire area, just like in Craigslist, for people to browse other posts, which in our case are investments, and join in on the fun, or create their very own investments like we have shown. Users will be able to invite friends, etc. to their table to pick a side. Users will also have ranking that they can either show or hide, and users will be able to chat with one another and share trading tips and ideas. In terms of profitability, this company will be a profit-churning machine. The company will make 5% on every transaction in our system. To better understand the magnitude of the profitability, imagine a flour sifter with a pile of flour on top being shaken from side to side constantly. Every motion of the sifter is the same as 1 day of operation, in which 5% of the total amount traded in our system comes down to us. This sifter will not stop shaking, and people will keep pouring flour in. So you get the picture. After a short while, there will be bucket loads of flour, money in the company coffers. I am selling the 49% stake in the startup for $250,000. This is roughly 10% for 50 grand. This is the amount of money I project it will cost to create the company, hire the staff, form the system, which is a very complex one, and bring in customers. I will be doing all the hard work, while investors will have the luxury of being very passive and happily reap the profits. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I know you'll make a wise decision. Thank you.